you going, people? Horse is eating their breakfast. You can barely see Buddy on the other side of Mr. T. See those little legs in there? He always hides. He don't want to work. Hey, let's talk about the first few days of Trump here. This is getting interesting to say the least. Oh shit, my coffee fell over. Oh, damn it. I hate when that happens. Alright, so I grabbed my computer here because there's some I can set my coffee up without losing it. There's a couple things in here that I wanted to cover that I didn't want to forget. So how's Trump doing? Dude, I'll tell you, man, I think he's kicking ass. I love it. Okay? He's putting America first. He's tired of these liberals pushing their left-wing agenda bullshit. He's not making us feel like we're a whipped dog and we should be sorry for everything that we've done for the entire world. Everything, all our hard work, all the hard work of the Americans paying taxes has enabled America to do good across the land. It ain't the politicians, it ain't government, it's the working hard people that worked hard, built businesses, hired people, created things, and made it the ability for the government to tax the shit out of us so they had all this money to do all this good through the world. I mean, when people talk about America doing all this great stuff, it's the Americans that have worked and lived and bred and, given things up. That's why America does good. It's not because of government or some politician up there. Well, all right, let's see. So some of the headlines here on Drudge is just amazing. So, he signed a pipeline, which, again, every decision you're going to have pros and cons, yin and yang. I talk about that. You got to weigh out the good and the bad. No decision is going to please everybody. It's going to make everybody happy. But in the big picture, if you're making decisions, hopefully for the good of the majority and the good people, and not the freaking whining ass liberals who are tearing up the streets, burning shit down, Black Lives Matter, LBGT, ABC, freaking whatever. If you don't cater and you make it easy for these idiots, you make it difficult for evil and you make it easy for good. That's how you do good things. So Trump is like slashing regulations. He's putting on a freeze on government hiring. Great deal. He exempted, I think, the military from the government hiring freeze because he wants to build back the military. Good or bad, I'm on a fence. Again, each decision has good or bad. I can sit here and say, man, this decision is the worst decision ever for these reasons. And it's the best decision for these reasons. And that's what governing does. That's what being in charge does. You have to evaluate and hopefully make the decision that's best for the most people and the most good things. So he's doing, the trade agreement, he signed legislation about the wall, he's trying to shut down sanctuary cities. Now, sanctuary cities is something I want to talk about because I'm kind of on the fence on that. And I know at first conservatives should be good, stop sanctuary cities. I guess where I'm on the fence and I'm always questioning when I give government power. When government acts and enforces something, I'm always a little leery of, it's like riding a horse that you don't want to run off on you. You always want to pull in the reins a little bit and make sure, do I still have control of this horse? Or did I just let the reins go and now I'm just at the mercy of wherever this horse wants to run? So when government has the ability to basically blackmail, threaten, or force a state to do something, I've got reservations. Now, don't get me wrong. I think sanctuary cities are bullshit. I think they ought to be going away. But it's the people of that state and city that elect representatives that do that shit. It's their job to fix that. I don't think we need mother government coming in and going, it's our job to tell you how to do all this. Now, is Trump doing that? Some may see it that way. Again, looking at the big picture, he's making an incentive to do the right thing. He's saying that if you're going to do this sanctuary city, the federal government is going to withhold funds. Now, is that a good thing? I agree with sanctuary cities should be stopped. I think that's a good thing. Is it a good thing that the government can hold you hostage with money and they have that power and ability to force you to do something? I don't think that's a good thing. Again, I mean, people go, you're wishy-washy. One day you're here, one day you're... I think I'm pretty consistent. And my consistency is government power and unrestricted and too much government power is always, always bad. And I don't like saying always and never, but government power growth 99.9% of the time is always bad. Because it's run by people in power, they promote people that are around them that support them, and it just grows into a stinking snowball that you can't stop rolling down a hill. So, what Trump's doing is a good thing. What's a bad thing is that states have allowed the federal government to provide and become so dependent on federal resources that they cannot function without. Now, a lot of cities in San Francisco, or even I think the whole state of California, a lot of cities around San Francisco, which is a very liberal sanctuary city, they're all going bankrupt. Their social programs are robbing them. People are urinating on the streets. They have made it easy for homelessness and people to riot and people to claim the victim and LGBT to run around naked so you can't take your kids on the street because they're seeing freaking naked adults acting like idiots in public places. So they have taken away public decency, and that hurts good people. And it empowers idiots, aka liberals. So that's the problem. But should the federal government be... I mean, to be honest, I don't give a shit if California goes broke, invites every illegal alien in the world. But does my federal taxes from the federal government, do I want them helping that state? No. So I agree with Trump. Should the federal government be able to hold a state hostage? Man, it just doesn't set right with me. When the hair's on the back of my neck, when it doesn't pass a smell test, I always go, whoa, let me get a hold of these reins here. Is government getting out of control like a horse with nobody holding the reins? And it's very easy to happen. It happens very quick. I use horse analogy because people that understand horses know that it happens that quick when you let a horse get out of control and you're not getting him back. So, at the sanctuary city deal, I love it that he's going after them and he's making it harder. I just don't feel comfortable with the federal government having too much power and ability to do that. I didn't like it when Obama did it. I thought it was wrong when he signed executive orders and forced shit, Obamacare. I just don't like government power growing. So, on the sanctuary city deal, people are going to say, well, shit, Rick, what do you want him to do? I'm not saying I know the right answer. I just always usually know the right answer is not giving government more power and ability to force their agenda with no consequences to the federal government. Now, do I want my taxes going to California and sanctuary cities? Hell no. Let that place burn. Let Black Lives Matter paint Whitey suck on every place. I don't give a shit. And if you want to live there and work there and pay taxes there, then knock yourself out. It's going to go broke. I don't want no bailout. They're saying secession. I hope they do succeed. I would love for them to succeed because when one state does it, it's going to start a wave. And other states are going to go, you know what? There's a lot of good by getting out of the federal government. We don't need them in our schools. We don't need them in our environmental. We don't need them telling them where we can build ponds and water. We don't need the federal government telling a state how to run its state. You don't like the state you live in, you don't like how it's run, you elect somebody who does do it, or you get out of that state. Which is why it just cuts me to the bone on how liberal Texas is allowing itself to become. Conservatives in Texas used to be like the ruling force, and liberals were like a gnat that you kind of swatted every once in a while. And now it's almost 50. I mean, I just can't believe the number of liberals in this state. It drives me nuts. I just see California all over. Texas is going to be California. I tell people that, and you got these damn stubborn-ass Texans. God damn, Texas will never be like California. We're gun-loving American flag flying. We're not. You know what? You're living in La La Land, dude. Texas is growing in liberals by 100-fold every day. Liberals are fleeing their liberal states and coming here and bringing their bullshit ideas and putting it into politics and electing liberals. So, I kind of went long on that shit. I wanted to make this a short one. Anyway, Trump's at the, let's see. First days have been dizzying. He's doing all kind of stuff. He's already signed a thing for the wall construction to begin. Mexico's bracing for the confrontation. A lot of mayors are trying to defy him. The liberals are like freaking crying. Let's see. Approval rate hits 59%. You know, if the media is saying he's a 59 because he's a Republican, he's probably at 70. Because when they say he's at 80%, he's probably at 20. Because you just can't trust the liberal. Anybody that trusts the liberal media, it tells me you're just a freaking idiot. I mean, if you have not learned by now that everything that comes out of the media is lies and pushing their left-wing agenda, just like colleges. They have no credibility. It used to be something to go get a college degree. I look at college degrees now and go, you know what? You went to some freaking left-wing college. You got brainwashed by some left-wing freaking idiot professor who's never freaking been out in the real world, who's probably just ran around and protested, pushed his left-wing shit so the college hired his ass, not because he's smart and he has actual experience, only because he pushes their left-wing agenda, and that's what they want. College is not an education. It is a indoctrination on liberalism. And I just wish parents would catch on to that and stop sending their damn kids to these liberal college and stop the money flow and stop the professors and stop the liberal agenda. You have to stop supporting liberalism. So the next thing that came on the news today, which is really good, stocks are up $2 trillion since Trump. Did he do that? I mean, it's easy to say the president did this. Gas prices went down. Yay, president. He doesn't actually do it, but the message he sends and the fallout, like throwing a rock in a pond, it has those ripples that go on forever. That's what the president does. He influences things by how he's heading for the country. Is he stabilizing? Is he destabilizing? Is he pro-American or is he pro-other countries? Is he pro-taxing the shit out of everybody like liberals, or is he trying to cut taxes and stop regulation? Does he promote business or does he stifle business and he wants to bring in illegals to take all the business? I mean, the differences between liberals is pretty simple, which is why when somebody goes, well, I'm a liberal and I'm not stupid, you're freaking an idiot. You don't even know that you're stupid. If you're a liberal and you say you're not, you don't even know that you're stupid. But anyway, I digress. So the Facebook streaming. This is the other thing. If I have any coffee left, I've kicked this over 3 times. The Facebook streaming, evidently they streamed a 3-hour rape. Rick, you shouldn't laugh about rape. Yeah, well, whatever. Trigger warning. 3-hour rape. I think it's funny. Look, Facebook is out of control. I hate that left-wing liberal thing. It's just a bullshit. They censorship. They push their left-wing agenda. I don't like to promote them. I hardly ever go there. I go there and I got 100 messages because I just don't go there hardly anymore. And it's nice because I don't have to deal with the bullshit. I'm not always fighting liberals and seeing stupid shit that's pissing me off. And I'm not trying to hide from liberalism. I know liberalism is a problem. I don't need to go to Facebook to see it every day. But they streamed a 3-hour thing. Is that a good thing? Look, again, I don't like the government telling a private business that they can't live stream. I don't like Facebook. I don't like Zuckerberg's ass for running. A billionaire made $5 billion in freaking 1 week, so damn rich, and all he does is push his liberal, ignorant shit. I don't like him, and I don't like nothing about his Facebook. However, I like freedom, and Facebook is freedom. And if Facebook wants to allow live streaming, I think that's good for freedom. So, unfortunately, I hate to say it, and I'm going to try to force these words out of my mouth. I support Facebook on the live streaming because it's freedom. Because people have a right to know things and not have government censoring what people know and what we're allowed to know and what we can see and what we can't see and words that we can use and words that we can't use. And I don't like that shit. So I support Facebook on their live streaming. I think it's bullshit that government or anybody else come out there and go, just because some dummy, cows over their just because some dummy live streamed a rape or live streamed themselves shooting themselves in the head, I don't care. Shit's gonna happen. Freedom isn't easy. I hate when these damn liberal-ass countries come over here and start telling Americans how we need to control our guns, how we need to get rid of things, tell us how to make our country better when we are the leading light of freedom in the entire freaking world, and you got these idiots living as sheep and don't even know it, telling us that we have too much freedoms and we should get rid of our guns, we should do this, we should do that, we shouldn't allow this, we should open our border. They've got all this advice, and yet we're still the best leading light of freedom in the country. So Facebook, as much as it pains me in my ass to say it, I support your ability to live stream. I think it's bullshit if the government makes you stop. I don't think the government should fine you. I don't think it's anybody's business. If people don't want to do it, let free market run it, and people will stop lives or viewing your live stream. But you know what? You know why the government doesn't want live streaming? Rick, you're just a conspiracy theorist. You think everything... I'm telling you, government does not like people's ability to share current and accurate information because it hurts their power position. Government cannot have power and make you think that they're perfect. They're going to protect you. There's nothing wrong. Look the other way. Just put your trust in us. Pay more taxes and give us more money and we'll fix everything and keep you safe. We can't push that agenda, you dummies, if we allow you to share information actively and live. We just can't do it. So how do we do that? We got to protect the idiots from seeing a rape, from seeing someone kill themselves. You got idiots out there that don't see the big pictures like, oh, I don't want my child to go to Facebook and see a rape. Well, you know what? Maybe if he sees it, he'll know not to be a dumbass and get in that position. Either as the raper or the rapist? No. What's the person that gets raped? Whatever. I digress. Look, Facebook, stream your shit. I like live streaming. I think everybody should be able to live stream, and I don't think the government ought to be able to shut it down or stop it. We used to have live TV shows, and then you had people doing stupid shit on live TV, and the government came in and said, you know what? You got to control this. Now there's hardly any live shows anymore. I used to love live shows because they were unpredictable. You just don't know what's going to happen. Things happen. You got to deal with it. You got to go. Football games and sporting events are kind of the last live shows out there. You don't know what's going to happen. It's not scripted, and you have to watch to see it happening in real time. You don't have that anymore because government has said, you mean information sharers or letting the people share information. We don't want them to have information unless we can say it's okay for them to hear. Kind of like China is shutting down the internet. They're shutting down things of freedom. North Korea, you can't watch things about freedom. Because that'll put the bug in your mind that, you know what? Maybe what our government tells us isn't always true. Rick, how could you? We love our government. Freaking liberals' head are exploding right now because they think the government is freaking the almighty. Anyway, I went longer than I wanted to. Go figure. Hope you got something out of it, and we'll end out there on a great Texas morning. Cows over here. Hey, little cows, what are you guys doing? My horse is left. We'll end that there.